Well, I have a soft spot for artists who reach out to me to add science to their creativity. I'm there every time, just because it's the mainstreaming of science when artists touch it and want to sort of make it their own.
Hi, I'm Alicia, one of Santa's elves on Letters to Santa, but also an MATC student producer here at Milwaukee PBS. Being integrated into 10 and 36 professional productions is what makes our college experience so unique. Imagine learning and working here. After 2 years at MATC, TV employers know they're getting the most qualified graduates anywhere. Interested in how to start your path in professional video production and storytelling? Email or call. The information's on the screen.
Thanks, guys. With Thanksgiving just a few days away, you may be struggling to come up with some dishes for your hungry friends and family. So today we'll be preparing corn casserole while learning some history about it as well. Corn casserole is the perfect side dish for your Thanksgiving tablescape, and this simple casserole will wow your guests while saving on stress in the kitchen as well. For our ingredients, I've gathered melted butter, whole milk, 2 eggs, green onions for garnish, cornbread mix, whole corn, sweet corn, and fried onions for a garnish as well. And for the items, you will need a mixing bowl, a spoon, and a casserole dish, and also some oil to spray your pan. Now let's get started with the most important thing, the corn. First, we're gonna open up our can of creamy sweet corn. And this is going to add the right amount of sweetness to your dish without going overboard. The cultivation of the corn began with the indigenous peoples of what is now the United States over 9,000 years ago. That's wild. Now we will open up the whole kernel corn. The trick with kernel corn is you just want to make sure you drain all your juices out so it just doesn't make your dish all soggy and nasty. And now for your dairy. These give the mix a nice moisture and it helps bind everything together. And now we're just going to add in our 2 eggs. 1, 2. Made a mess there. And these 3 wet ingredients were not introduced to corn casserole until the Civil War, when it became a normal side dish for Southern cuisine. Now we can mix in our cornbread mix. Just give it a nice stir. Before this miraculous box mix was introduced, yellow or white cornmeal was used. It wasn't until Jiffy released its wildly popular corn muffin mix in the 1950s that we had the modern version of a corn casserole. Now that everything's all mixed, we're just going to spray our pan with oil just to make sure your casserole doesn't stick and become stubborn when everything's done. Just gonna pour that in. Doesn't that look delicious? Once dinner time is nearing, place the dish in the oven, preheated to 350 degrees, and bake until your top is golden brown or until you stick a toothpick in and it comes out clean. Just gonna add it in our oven. It should look something like this. Ooh, I wish you guys could smell how good this is given. Very corny. You could put it right on the table like this, but if you want to add a little razzle dazzle, you can, and I'm going to be adding both the fried onions and the green onions. And there you have it. This easy home-style recipe offers a great option for Thanksgiving dinner without adding too much onto your plate. I hope you guys have a lovely Thanksgiving, and thank you. Back to you in the studio.
Hey everyone, I'm student producer Spencer Knoll, and this is another Hidden Gem KE. If you're looking for a great new spot to take a quick study break this year, look no further than Trestle Park.
Trestle Park is located at 501 East Erie Street along the river in Milwaukee's 3rd Ward District. This park, which opened in 2018, is wedged between 2 massive apartment complexes on what used to be an active railway. The park doesn't shy away from its past. Many railway elements can still be seen throughout the park, like these refurbished railroad crossing lights.
But the most obvious part is this massive swing bridge behind me.
Built in 1915, the bridge is 243 feet long and weighs over 800 tons. The park also has many native prairie plants as part of an effort to bring more native plants back to the area.
I'm student producer Spencer Knoll, and this has been another Hidden Gem KE.
As I mentioned earlier, we're here at the Cuisine Dining Room at the MATC downtown campus. Now, we have moved from the dining room into the kitchen, and today I have Chef Cassidy with me. Chef, how's it going today?
Good, how are you doing, Max?
Doing very well, thank you very much. What are some of the things that you do here for the Cuisine Dining Room?
So here in Cuisine, we are a restaurant that's open to the public. It's a capstone course for our culinary arts students. So after they've gone through the 2-year program, they come to this kitchen, and it's open to the public, so anyone can make reservations and come dine with us here. The students learn 8 weeks here in the back of the house, learning how to prep, work on a line like a professional restaurant, and then 8 weeks in the front of house learning how to be servers.
Very coul. Well, why don't we talk about the back of the house, since that's where we're at right now. What are some of the things that you guys do here, and what are some of the appliances and the facilities that you guys use here?
Yeah, absolutely. So we use what we would call industry standard equipment. So we have 3 big 6 burners here. We have salamanders, fryers, pasta cookers, and then these line coolers. So similar to a restaurant, they're using all the equipment that they would normally encounter in a professional restaurant, but it's about double the size so that the students have place to work.
Makes sense. And now I heard you mention a salamander earlier. What can you tell me what that is?
Yeah, so this is a salamander up here. It's essentially like a broiler on your oven at home. So the heat comes from the top.
Okay.
So if I was doing like a French onion soup, I might throw it in there just to broil the cheese on
Makes
top.
sense. And I saw you have something hanging over here on the stove. What's you got cooking in the pot there?
Yeah, I have some veg stock going here today because we're going to do a butternut squash soup this week.
Makes a lot of sense. What are some of the other items that you guys currently have on your menu?
Right now we're doing a salmon dish with a grain pilaf. We'd like to do things that are similar to what the students have already encountered in the other labs, but make it a little bit more fine dining.
Very cool. Now, I saw when we walked into the kitchen, up here on the ceiling, you guys have what looks to be like cameras. Is that for you guys to review your work, or is that for something completely different?
So those are actually live feed. It goes into our dining room so that our guests can watch what the students are cooking as they're cooking it. It also feeds out into the hallway so that any passerbys to the restaurant can see what the students are up to.
Very cool. So in a way, it's a little bit like dinner and a show in that kind of sense?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Makes a lot of sense. So if somebody were to say put, onions into my dish and I didn't request for onions, I would know about it.
I would surely hope that wouldn't happen here.
I trust your guys as chefs that you guys have here. Now, where do you guys get your ingredients from to make all of these dishes?
We do try to source locally, so we work with a couple local farms. Gwen and Hill being one of them. We get a lot of our fruits and vegetables from them. And then we get eggs from Three Brothers or Prairie Gold out in Waukesha. Both of those farms, we actually took the students on a big bus this semester, and we took them out to those farms so that they could see where the food was being grown, meet the farmers. And then we also grow a lot of our own food here. We have a rooftop garden over by the T building in the downtown campus where we grow all of our own herbs, and a hydroponic tower where we grow lettuce.
Very cool. So in a way, it's also a little bit of self-sustainability here in your guys' kitchen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I saw you guys also have what looks to be some raw fish here. I'm not a huge fan of seafood, but what do you guys have on your menu, and how do you guys come up with those menus?
Yeah, so the menus are really student-driven. So if there's a certain cuisine that the students are really into, we try to use that as influence. Also, what's in season. So sometimes the produce dictates the menu. We'll get the beets in or the squash in based off availability in the season, and then we'll write the menus based off those.
Makes sense. Now, let's say that I'm a very hungry customer and I want to get a seat at your guys' table. How would I go about doing that?
Well, we are the hottest seat in town at the moment, so we are booked through all of the fall semester.
Gotcha.
But come spring, you can make a reservation at matc.edu/cuisine.
All right, well, you heard the chef. Nick, I think I got to talk with Chef Cassidy about making a reservation here at this place. Chef, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
And back to you in the studio, Nick.
Hello, my name is Niltag, and today I'm here at the TCAM campus to report and investigate allegations of cheating in last week's pool tournament. Joining me today is an employee of that tournament who has agreed to do an in-person interview. Hopefully they'll help us get to the bottom of the so-called pool cheater. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome. Today I am joined by Haras Diog. Haras, how do you today?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
I wanted to know, what exactly was your involvement with the pool tournament?
Well, I was the floor manager, so basically what I do is just supervise, set everything up properly, and keep a lookout for any suspicious activity.
So what exactly led to these allegations being spread?
Well, there was this leaked phone call.
Interesting. Here's that leaked audio.
Hello? Yes? Hey, it's me, Erdna. I'm tired, man. What are you calling me for? I wanted to talk about the game. What
I also gather all the pool balls to make sure none of them are missing, but I noticed that some of them had a slightly slippery feel to them, but that could be from multiple factors.
Interesting. Most interesting. Well, Horace, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me. Do I get paid yet? Oh, the check comes in the mail.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Did Erdna cheat? Did he alter the pool balls that made Nair lose the game? With no conclusive answer, that's for you to decide. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Alleged Investigations. Did we get it? Good? Yeah?
A football player gets blindsided by a linebacker. Bad weather causes a car to lose control and crash. Or maybe it's just as simple as a slip and a fall. No matter how you get injured, it's important to get the right help so that you can get back on your feet and back to your life. Every year, students in the Physical Therapist's Assistant Program at MATC take the charge to learn what they can do to help.
The program really is about becoming a movement expert. We want to be viewed, we want the physical therapy profession to be viewed as the people who are the experts in movement. So when people out in society have problems with movement of any sort, we are going to be those individuals that they should seek to help them return to their previous activities and movements.
That's Holly Pitts. She's the clinical coordinator and one of only 2 instructors in the program. She makes sure that students have the knowledge and experiences they need to guarantee their success.
What's nice about our program is that our students aren't in lecture for long periods of time. We're always kind of bouncing back and forth between lecture and lab type activities, which keeps our students interested and not falling asleep. Besides the facilities that we have here, our students go out on 3 clinical rotations where they're actually out in hospitals and outpatient clinics, schools, nursing homes, going to people's homes and providing physical therapy there.
That hands-on experience provided by the Physical Therapist Assistant Program is critical to students, such as Abby Holman.
Well, we do a lot of hands-on work. You know, it's exercises, stretches, and that things like that. So we do them ourselves with our classmates so that we understand how to teach them to other people. So yeah, but now I really have a good grasp and I feel like confident that when I get out into the workforce, I'll be able to do what I need to do.
Between the fantastic facilities, valuable experiences, and strong community present in the PTA program, it's not hard to understand why these students look like they wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
So my favorite part about teaching this program is just seeing the progress. It's really fun because we teach the students for the full 2 years. We establish relationships with them and they come in knowing nothing about exercise or rehabilitation of patients, and they leave being able to practice out in a clinic or hospital setting.
Hey fans, football season is in full swing, and for today's 120-yard treat, I'll be preparing a salsa verde burger. A salsa verde burger is a little twist on your typical game day eat that combines some Tex-Mex ingredients and toppings with the classic cheeseburger dish that we all know and love. And today I will be using Beyond Meat for my burger today and green salsa, but you can also go with the old USDA ground beef if that's your style as well. For our ingredients, I've gathered some tomatoes, burger buns, salsa verde, Dijon mustard, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, my bad, Beyond Meat, queso fresco, and if you want to, you could add cilantro to your burger as well. And you, of course, need a hot pan and a spatula and a plate to place your finished product on. First, I'm going to sear my burger. My burger is already cooked, but I'm just gonna give it a nice crust on both sides. Turn my heat up. And while my burger is cooking, I'm going to slice up my lettuce. You just wanna shred your lettuce, because this isn't like your typical burger. This is more of like a Hispanic-like burger, so, or what they say, a Tex-Mex burger. And I already sliced my tomatoes. You're gonna wanna dice your tomatoes as well. You don't wanna like slice everything too thick because you don't want all the ingredients to overpower like the burger itself. Just gonna flip it. Okay. And for my onions, I don't know if you can see, but I sliced my onions thinly sliced because onions are very overwhelming and you don't want those to overpower your dish as well. Beyond Meat also tastes amazing and still has the same color as regular meat, and it doesn't have all the bad things in them, not cancer causing and all that. Now I'm just gonna add some seasonings. If you wanna add seasonings, you can, but right now I don't really wanna add seasonings to my stuff. I added it beforehand. Now let's assemble the burger. So first I'm going to top it off with some Dijon, a nice generous amount. We're gonna go in with some lettuce. I like lettuce, so I'm gonna add a generous amount. Some red onions. My tomatoes. I like it when my burgers are hefty, so, but you can add as much as you'd like. Okay, now that my patty has a nice crust on it, I'm just gonna place it on, plap. Then top it off with some salsa verde. You can get your salsa verde anywhere. I got mine from my local Metro Market, but they also have very good salsa verde at Sir Max. You're just gonna top it off with some cilantro as well. And lastly, some queso fresco. Flip. Ooh, looks yummy. And there you have it, a salsa verde burger. It's like the advanced burger. Thank you for tuning into today's cooking. Oh my goodness. And happy game day. Go Pack Go. Back to you in the studio.
And this is another JMKE. McKinley Beach in Milwaukee, Wisconsin began as a natural formation in late 1800 due to a breakwater, but was officially constructed in 1989 as a pocket beach for recreation. After a series of dangerous conditions led to its closure in 2020, the beach was renovated and reopened in 2024 by adding sand and regrading the area to address safety hazards that was caused by increased water depths. McKinley Beach serves to not only provide a recreational resource along the lake, but also functions as a buffer between Lake Michigan and Lincoln Memorial Drive. Since its construction, the beach has experienced changing lake levels and site conditions. McKinley Beach is open to the public. The location makes it accessible. Even during winter, people still visit. Hello guys, this is Dagri Osiris, student producer, and this was your JMKE.
I have been teaching this for now almost more than 20 years, and I have enjoyed it because I think I am doing a very important job of creating environmental guardians for future. Because the students, the graduates from the program, they would in one or the other way contribute to saving environment and working towards community health and environmental health. So we look into some phytoplanktons, we look into some periphytons, so we look into different algae samples. Apart from that, during fall, we work with aquatic plants. So students learn how to identify between aquatic plants and presence of those aquatic plants, what they indicate about the water quality. We look at the macro invertebrates, the bugs and the critters that we find in our fresh waters, and apart from that, we identify fishes. All these are biological indicators that help us in assessing the water quality. We are getting hands-on lab skills. They are learning how to assess environmental health conditions, be it on field or in lab, how to apply the learned skills when they are at job. Prepping up labs, because some of our graduates, they go into lab jobs and then sometimes they are working all by themselves. So how to follow the instructions, how to prep up the labs, they're learning all those skills. So yep, we are learning plenty of skills, sample collection, sample analysis, and then data analysis. So yep.
For me, being a student in the Environmental Health and Water Quality Technology program it's really great. I've always really been interested in science. I've always really been interested in how the world works and how we as human beings affect it. And using this program, using the knowledge that they're giving me here, that's really what I get to learn. I get to learn how I can help change the world.
It's something that it's a meaningful process that I want to go through. I really enjoy it, learning stuff that really I'm getting into, that I want to in my field. What I want to learn personally though is kind of how humans have impacted the environment and how we could go about reversing that.
It's great here because MATC provides me with support that I need. I have a good team to work with. They are very supportive. And I'm not just teaching, I'm learning every day working here. So I enjoy every day of my job here.
People talk about it all the time. I started doing it because I felt like the job wasn't actually a job. That was something that was really fun for me, is waking up every single day and not dreading it, right? And that you hear those horror stories all the time that people just do a 9-to-5 job just to do a 9-to-5 job. And for me, it's so much more because you get to help mold and create these young athletes into being better people, hopefully, outside of their 2 to 4 years in college. And so that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I started coaching, was just because you get to help touch so many lives and help those young athletes have a little bit more sense of purpose and have a little bit more sense of direction to help them set up for hopefully really bright futures outside of here to continue to help just everyone in life day in and day out. Right, so we've had guys who have gone on to go be all-region players. We've had some guys win Gold Glove. We've had an All-American even, which is being the best player at your position in the whole entire country. And so for us, it's not always just about the wins and losses on the field, though. Me being in charge of the academics, I think some of the biggest wins that you can get is your graduation rate, or your rate of guys and girls getting to move on and continue to play in their sport outside of here. And so last year we had roughly 95% of our athletes either graduate or move on to go to a four-year institution to continue their career. And that's something that's really, really nice to take home with you, and knowing that you're not only helping them on the field, but the amount of help that we're able to do for them off the field to set them up to have a bright future. I think sometimes those awards are just as nice. But of course, at the end of the day, I want to win a national championship. That's why we're here, that's what we're trying to do. But we're also trying to create great young men and young women for society outside of here as well.
Coach Bounds helps to shape these students into not only mean machines on the field, but into well-rounded, successful students off the field. The athletic department supports those students and the bright future that's ahead of them.
I love what I do. I don't think I would do it any other way. I just don't know of a job that I would really want to do or that I would enjoy or like as much as I like this one. So yeah, I think if I did it over 100 times, I would be being a college baseball coach.
Thanks, Nick. As I mentioned earlier, we're here at the MATC bookstore, and today I have one of the bookstore employees with me, Gerald Schwager. Gerald, how's it going today?
Good. About yourself, Max?
Doing very good. Thank you so much for inviting us in here. And now, as an employee of the bookstore, can you explain to me a little bit about what you guys do here and what services you provide?
Sure. So we're going to be your stop for all your textbook, kit, and supply needs. You can order your textbooks online at bookstore.matc.edu or come down to the bookstore and we'll help you in person. If you come in person, you'll walk up to this blue table here, and we're going to ask you for your class schedule.
Yep.
You'll show us that. Also bring your student ID for checkout. Here we have English 195.
Yep.
And we also have Math 107. These are two of the most common courses that students take when they first start with us.
Makes sense. And do you guys do used books here, or is it all new ones?
It's a great question. So some of our books do come used, but not all of them. They are also the first to leave the shelf. So if you want to get a used book, come earlier in the semester when we start.
Makes sense. And then do you guys take the books back when we're done with them, when I don't need them anymore?
I'm glad you brought that up. So hang on to your receipt, because there'll be a printed date on there to get a full refund if you decide that you don't need your book.
Yep.
Otherwise, we offer book buyback at the end of each semester, where you can bring your books and sell them for cash.
Very cool. And MATC is a technical school, so we may need more than just the textbooks. Do you guys offer supplies for those classes that need more than that?
We sure do. So we have different kits and supplies available. So for our nail program, we have our nail kits here. Our culinary and baking program utilizes uniforms as well as supplies as well. So here we have our knife kit for our culinary students.
Very cool.
We have our culinary uniform here, the scale that goes along with it. We also offer the hats and jackets as well as pants. For our architecture students, we have our drafting kits here. And we also have our dental lab kits for our dental lab students.
Very cool. So basically what you're telling me is that I can get everything I need no matter which class I'm in.
That's right. Absolutely.
All right. And let's say I need some more basic supplies than specific ones for the courses. Can I get those here at the bookstore as well?
You sure can. So we have a variety of different supplies to pick from. We have calculators there in the corner. We have our binders here. One of your books needs a binder.
Yep.
We have our quick study guides here. Anatomy flashcards for our anatomy students. Well, we also have headphones, notebooks, water bottles, lanyards, pens, pencils, Post-it notes, erasers, you name it, we got it.
Basically everything you can need, right? I saw back there you have like even locks for the lockers. I also saw that in here you guys have a bunch of MATC swag. What other items do you guys have here besides just these sweaters?
Yeah, so we are incorporating our new logo on all of our new merchandise, and we have all different things to pick from. We've got beanie hats, we've got bags, we have blankets, we have our windbreakers, t-shirts, quarter zips. Something for everybody here.
Very nice. See, you got blankets over here. It is getting to be that time of the year after all. I also see that over here you guys have some little teddy bears for graduation. This would make a great gift for those upcoming graduates.
Oh, it sure would, Max.
And I saw when I got in here that you guys have a bunch of boxes over here on these tables with a bunch of black clothing in them. Can you kind of explain why these are all over here?
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought this up. So we have our cap and gown distribution starting on December 1st through the 12th. Students need to apply for graduation first.
Yep.
Once they come down, they're going to show us their student ID, and we're going to check them off the list. Once they're checked off the list, we're going to hook them up with a cap and a gown here. And get them ready for graduation.
Very cool. I think we're getting ready for graduation. What time of the day can students come down to the store?
Absolutely. So we start selling textbooks on January 6th. We're going to be open Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. And then Fridays we're open from 8 a.m. until 4:30 p.m.
All right. Well, Gerald, thank you very much. I think I got some studying to do, so I'm going to put this on. I'm going to get started on that. And Nick, back to you guys in the studio.
Hello everyone, it is wonderful to be here with you today. For today's recipe, we are going to travel to Huancayo, Peru. In the highlands of this ancestral country, we will find papa a la huancaína. The dish became popular in the 19th century during the construction of the Central Railway in the city of Huancayo. Women would bring papa a la huancaína to their husbands working on the construction. For our ingredients, I've gathered ají amarillo, boiled eggs and olives for garnish, garlic paste, evaporated milk, olive oil, crackers, potatoes, and salt and pepper to taste. Be sure to have a blender to mix in all of your ingredients. And you're going to want to start by boiling your potatoes until they're soft. And once they're soft, you're just going to want to set those aside. Ají amarillo is one of the most iconic peppers in Peruvian cuisine. This bright and yellow pepper has a nice texture, and it's often used in pastes and sauces, or it's even fresh. And it's a key element in giving Peruvian food its signature taste. Queso fresco is a nice staple in Peruvian cuisine. It's known for its mild flavor and creamy texture. And once your cheese is cut, we're just gonna sit it in a bowl and bring everything in the blender. Ooh, that was hard. So in a blender, we're going to add in our ají amarillo paste. Our garlic paste, you don't have to add garlic paste, but I'm going to in this recipe. Evaporated milk, olive oil, about 5 to 6 crackers, and salt and pepper to taste. Okay, now that everything is blended together, I'm just going to quickly cut our potatoes. You just want to make sure that the potatoes are cut somewhat thick so that it has like a nice chew to it. Okay, and you can also, for your sauce, you can adjust it if it's too thick, if you want to add milk, so-and-so. And once everything is done, we're going to garnish it with boiled eggs and olive oil as a garnish. And we're going to arrange the potatoes on top and generously pour our huancaína sauce over them. And for our finished product, I have to say that this papa a la huancaína turned out delicious. Just the right balance of creaminess and spice. You can enjoy it as a delicious appetizer. Thank you for joining us.
Achieving not only their high academic goals, but striving to make life better for the community. While students are busy making time for friends, family, and work, when exactly do they have time for themselves? And how does one discover something that helps them unwind, relax, and reset to start the next day on the right foot?
I'm really into like jewelry making, so a lot of stuff with beads and wires and just crafting, whether it be like earrings or keychains or necklaces or anything like that. I don't know, I like throwing together designs and making the jewelry, whether it be with wire. It's very therapeutic to me. It helps me just kind of get lost. Like I can turn on a good like YouTube video or something and just make it, because it's a lot of like bending and just kind of hooking together, and then it honestly just helps time like go by. And I like, most of all, I like figuring out the designs. I like laying out the different beads or like looking up what to make and just stuff like that. It just helps me unwind. The earrings are like one of the first things I made. That's why I got into this hobby, is because I had wanted longer, kind of more extravagant earrings, because my hair is kind of longer, so that's why I got into it. But that's probably my favorite one I made. Although I would say my absolute favorite is I made like a bracelet for a friend that would just, it felt like really like intricate, and it just, I was really happy that it came out.
And if working with small beads isn't your style, here's an alternative.
My hobby is a little broad. It's just felt work, felt making. I typically work with like craft store felt and a lot of sewing supplies. Sometimes I'll implement aspects of like clay work into it, but usually it's just using the felt. Felt making makes me feel more relaxed. It's a nice release outside of the pretty heavy course load I have, but because of that, I don't really get a lot of time to do it, which sucks. The reason I went into felt making and like tried it out, I should say, is because my grandma was really good at like sewing and crocheting, and that's a little too hands-on for me. So I tried like the easier version. Felt making is the easier version of like sewing and crochet, and I really liked it, and I feel like it's a nice way for me and her to connect, because I can still ask her about it with like the sewing aspects. She has like 5 sewing machines. So it's a nice bonding time between me and her too. My favorite piece that I made so far was a little pudding thing. I think it's really cute. I took inspiration from a picture that I found online, so I can't take full credit for the design, but I changed aspects of it, and I like the way that I made it look more. I think it's cuter than the original.
Confused and don't know where to start? Here's some advice from these crafty crafters.
Honestly, if it piques your interest, like at all, just do it, go for it.
Just pull around and ask people around them what they're into. Maybe someone that you're close to has something that they really like doing, and it's something that you might like doing, and if not, even then you get to know them better.
Hello, I'm student producer Aiden West here at Leon's Frozen Custard, and this is another hidden Gem KE. When people think of Wisconsin, one of the first things that come to mind might be frozen custard. Leon's Frozen Custard has been hiding under our noses for over 80 years.
Leon's was created in 1942 with one goal in mind, to serve custard to the people of Milwaukee. But that's not all they serve. With malts, shakes, and a soda fountain, you'll always have something to keep you cool in the hot weather this summer. Just in case a few scoops of frozen custard weren't enough, they also have a limited sandwich menu to choose from as well.
Leon's is located on the corner of West Oklahoma Ave and South 27th Street, where it has been run by the same family since its founding in 1942.
Although the building has changed since its creation in 1942, the classically styled drive-up diner still remains a staple here in the community.
I'm student producer Aiden West, and this has been another delicious Hidden Gem KE.
The semester is coming to an end, and students are preparing for break and graduation. It's been a busy few months, but many have balanced school, responsibilities, and the passions that keep them going. Here on campus, students continue to make meaningful memories through creativity, events, and community. This is another Student Passion Report showcasing a student here at MATC who creates memories of confidence, self-expression, and growth with her own apparel clothing line.
I got into this hobby for crafting in 2020 when COVID happened. There wasn't a lot of things to do, so I watched TikTok, YouTube videos, and I just started getting interested in just crafting. I honestly enjoyed doing it just because for mental health and relaxation, it gives me a peace of mind just to get away from everything. During the school year, obviously everyone's stressed out, especially during midterms and during finals. So when I find myself just really studying a lot or just feeling like I want to give up on school or just want to stop studying it altogether, I just kind of set time for myself each day or each weekend to do craft where my mind is just completely blank from school and just being able to focus on the things I enjoy, I love. I love making different apparel for different groups and knowing that they're wearing that stuff or just even if they're not wearing it, they're seeing it in their closet and seeing those memories when they did wear it with their group. Me and my mother actually started this brand, this idea about 2 years ago, and then we actually put it into effect last year. Our brand is called Simple Souls. It started with me. I'm really big into mental health. I really like wearing different apparels that resonate with me, and I know talking with my friends or families, they like to wear different clothing items as well that has a meaning on it. One advice I would give to students if they ever felt burnt out, crafting isn't for everyone, but just finding a hobby or something they enjoy where their mind can go completely blank and just being able just to focus on that one thing, even if it's for 30 minutes. Sometimes I'm only able to get 30 minutes in a day or just that week, and honestly that brings joy to me.
When school and life gets busy, it helps to be creative in your own way. Do what you love and let it show. Life is about finding your passion, and once you find it, go after it. This has been another Student Passion Report.
Thanks, Nick. As I mentioned earlier, we're here at the MATC Mequon campus's greenhouse, and today I have Lauren Reckinger with me. Lauren, how's it going today?
Good. Thanks for visiting, Max.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having us here. Now, can you tell us what you do here at the greenhouse?
Yeah, I'm like the unofficial greenhouse manager, so I keep this in tip-top shape and running, and I make sure the plants are alive and the bugs aren't eating them.
Obviously, that's an important job. And now, what are some of the people, or who are some of the people that you work with here?
Yeah, so a lot of the students end up doing a lot of the propagation as part of like their learning experience, but we also have student volunteers and student workers helping out in the greenhouse.
Very cool. And now, I see behind us you guys have some what almost looks like, you know, little leaves here in the ground. Can you kind of explain to us what's going on back here?
Yeah, so these are snake plants. Snake plants are really interesting because you don't need a full leaf to propagate it. And the students in Intro to Hort are taking different hormones and they're trying to see which hormone helps the plant root.
Very cool.
The best. That one's not rooting. So yeah.
And then I see over here we also have what looks like octopus tentacles coming out of the ground here. What are these all about over here?
That's a spider plant. We've got a student who is interested in seeing how the spider plant that they have at home propagates.
Okay.
So they did it in soil and they also did it in water, which is really interesting. And it's only been 2 weeks, but it's already rooting.
Very cool. And is that a usual timetable for those kind of plants?
I think for spider plants, but all the other plants, like they all have different timelines for growing.
Very cool. Now, what are some of the other tools that you guys work with here in the greenhouse?
Yeah, so this greenhouse is really high tech. We've got misting benches that are automated. We just have to learn how to use them properly depending on what plant we've got growing there. We've got drip lines that we can hook up to the different pots. And all of our vents and stuff are controlled by a really high tech program.
Very cool. And now, what are some of the other plants that you guys grow here? I saw over here we have one of my favorite flowers, the marigolds. But what else do you guys grow here in the greenhouse?
Yeah, we grow whatever we can get our hands on. Coleus is a really popular one. This is easy to propagate. A grower donated these begonias to us.
Beautiful.
An instructor had this plant at home. It's an anthurium. And these guys take 3 years to flower. So that should be really interesting to see. And then we've also got like various herbs we like to propagate, such as this guy. I'm sure you know what this is, Max.
Yes, I love rosemary. Rosemary is one of the absolute best smelling plants. Just literally the only one that beats this one is oregano, but I digress.
Yes.
Now, obviously, as we came into this the second portion of the greenhouse here, we saw all of these wonderful plants, but I see back here that you guys have what looks to be like a lot of the same plant. Can you kind of explain what's going on here in the back?
Yeah, so we've kind of got a tradition where every year we grow poinsettias for Christmas time. And this year we've got 7 different types. Poinsettias are really cool because they're a great opportunity for students to learn how to grow a very fussy plant. So in greenhouse production, they get to observe all the differences, like this one doesn't need as many nutrients as, say, the white ones there. And yeah, just learn about poinsettias, and then hopefully we get to sell them at the end of the year.
Very cool. Now, can you tell us a little bit about this sale? I've heard about it a little bit, but where can people go to buy some of these plants, and when is that happening?
Yeah, we're going to have the plant sale here on campus, and the students are putting together the timeline for that. We're looking at the first week of December, but we'll make sure everybody knows. So there will be posters around and everything. So
very cool. Well, you heard her, obviously. Thank you, Lauren, for having us here today. We really appreciate your time. And Nick, back to you in the studio.
Nature's beauty reveals itself in so many forms, from bright, endless skies that lift your spirit to calming blue waters that seem to wash away every worry. It's in the winding trails built for walking, biking, and simply taking it all in, where the rustle of leaves and the rhythm of your own footsteps remind you to slow down. And when the day fades, the night sky takes over, vast, quiet, and full of stars that remind us of how small we are in the most beautiful way.
I believe that God created everything, and it's crazy how like every single leaf is like different from the next one, and like even looking at a tree or something, like you see all the little details in the bark, and it's crazy how like not one single tree is like the same as the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And there's all these different types of trees, and there's different types of flowers, and even like the rocks? Like, who put all those rocks there? You know what I mean? So yeah, even just like looking in the little details, I think it's really cool to look and just see how things are different from each other, and really just how intentional God was when he put everything together, making it not just like similar or like boring. Like, no, it's a very vibrant and like awesome earth that we live on, where things are like exciting and you can look at different stuff and be like, wow, this is different from before.
My responsibility is to stop throwing stuff out the window and stop smoking in the bad air, because that can make bad air for real. And yeah, our also responsibility is to make sure we dispose everything into the right trash can instead of putting in recycled trash and recycle. So yeah, that is our responsibility when it comes to nature.
Their reflections challenge us to look beyond the moment, to think about the generations that will one day walk the same trails, swim in the same waters, and gaze at the same stars. Nature gives freely, asking only that we care enough to preserve it, because in the end, protecting the earth isn't just about saving trees or oceans. It's about saving the balance, peace, and beauty that make life worth living.
Hi, I'm Alicia, one of Santa's elves on Letters to Santa, but also an MATC student producer here at Milwaukee PBS. Being integrated into 10 and 36 professional productions is what makes our college experience so unique. Imagine learning and working here. After 2 years at MATC, TV employers know they're getting the most qualified graduates anywhere. Interested in how to start your path in professional video production and storytelling? Email or call. The information's on the screen.
What is that noise? Oh, it's irritating me. Oh, what is that noise? Hello? Is anybody there? Anybody in here? Oh, what is that noise? Oh, it's irritated the crap out of me. Oh, man, what's going on? Who's making all that dang ruckus, man? So loud. This sound is really giving me the heebie-jeebies. It's really creeping me out, though. Hey, who's making all that noise? It ain't funny anymore. Hold up. man, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure, what's up, man?
So I've been hearing the strangest noises, and I was wondering you can hear them too. I feel like they're in the walls for some reason.
Dude, there's nothing in the walls. It's just me and you in the house, and we just got the walls redone. Maybe you're hearing that.
I know, dude, but you sure you don't hear anything? It's pretty loud, man.
Sorry, dude. I don't hear anything. You want me to check your ears? Because I can do that for you.
Maybe, but I feel alright right now. I just been hearing this clicking sound, and I feel like someone is watching me.
You know, try Sam. Sam's good at dealing with this type of weird stuff, so I would try him.
Okay, check him out. Thank you. Hey Sam, can I talk to you about something real quick?
Hey Xavier, how's it going? What do you need to talk to me about? I can help you out, hopefully.
I've been hearing these strange noises around my head or around me, I don't know. I spoke to Arado and he said I should talk to you about it.
Oh yeah, that does sound weird. Really weird. Why don't you provide more details so I can understand the situation more? Because I don't think I'm getting it.
Ever since this morning, I've been hearing the strange noises that sounds like joints cracking, bones snapping, and it just repeating it over and over and over again.
Okay, I think I'm starting to understand what you're talking about right now. And I really hope I'm wrong, but I'm gonna ask you a few more questions to see if this is what I think it is. Question 1, how would you describe this noise?
It's like I said earlier, it sounds like joints cracking, but if I were to give it a bit more detail, it always sounds like it's at a distance, which is why I don't know if it's in my head or not.
Question 2, how often do you hear this noise?
It sounds like a constant, steady ticking, like a clock or whatever those things are that musicians use to keep tempo.
Question 3. Do you feel a dreadful presence? Like something is watching you?
Now that you're mentioning it, I have been a bit paranoid. I feel like someone is threatening me silently, but it's hard to focus with all this damn noise.
Alright, Xavier, you need to listen to the next set of instructions that I'm about to give you. To the T. I'm going to send you a phone number. You are going to text this number along with this code. You will only text this number, this code. Once you message this number, they will provide you with a set of instructions. Please follow these instructions carefully. The code is 115497. Please, Xavier, just hold on a bit longer.
Thank you, Sal. Really appreciate it.
Message received. Package will be delivered at these coordinates. When you arrive at the coordinates, be sure to dig up the package. Everything you need is in the package. The package is rectangular in shape and durable for its size. Package was just delivered. Thank you for requesting our services. We hope to hear from you again.
Thank you for bringing me out here. Really appreciate it.
No problem, bro. You know I always got your back. But are you sure it's all the way out here?
Yeah, the guy said it was out here. Hopefully I remember how to use my geography skills.
Alright, let's find this thing. Good luck on finding your mystery package.
Thanks, man. It should be here, but gotcha.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
Thanks.
The following tape is only for SCP personnel, SCP staff, and anyone affiliated with the SCP Foundation. If you are not a member of the SCP Foundation, please refrain from viewing this tape for legal reasons and your own safety. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to the SCP Foundation. I'm Dr. Piddle, and you're watching another one of our introductory tapes to help new personnel learn the basics of the SCP Foundation. Welcome to the Foundation. Our goal is to protect the world from anomalous, the unexplained, and the incomprehensible. We protect the world from these anomalies and document them as necessary, so that we can find better ways to contain them, and hopefully gain a better grasp of the world as a whole. Anomalies range from doors that lead to different dimensions, to rocks that swear in German. We also have marshmallows that think they are the most dangerous thing in the world. While we also house the embodiment of pure hate towards humanity. If it breaks the rules of the world, we contain it, study it, and learn more about it. Our goal is not to destroy or terminate. Our goal is to secure, to contain, and to protect these anomalies, which is the abbreviation of SCP. You see, not every SCP is a danger to humanity, such as SCP-529, Josie the Half-Cat. SCP-529 is a small house cat with gray tabby markings. But the reason Josie is an SCP is that the lower half of Josie appears to be missing. Or to put it in scientific terms, appears to be in a different dimension. Another SCP that shows no threat to humanity would be SCP-5776. 5776 document would make it appear that it is a world-destroying, nation-conquering, ethereal anomaly. But upon further investigation into the file, it would reveal that it is just a marshmallow with a smiley face drawn on its front. The first few documents exist to ensure that this anomaly stays happy and docile. The reason this marshmallow wants to be perceived as dangerous is unknown to us at the moment, but to keep it satisfied with its containment procedures, we continue to perceive this creature as a dangerous being. Because this SCP wants to be perceived as dangerous, we have given its initial document the Keter class documentation. Reading further into its document will grant you the knowledge that it's actually a safe class SCP, and that it has no chance of harming humanity at all. Oh, thank you very much, Dr. Hugo.
Of course.
Would you be interested in explaining the class system?
Of course I would. When classifying SCPs, we don't classify them on threat level or how dangerous they are. We classify them based on how easy or difficult it is to contain them. One example would be SCP-021. SCP-021 takes the form of a large, elaborate tattoo of a serpentine dragon in the Oriental style. It looks and resembles a tattoo, but it's more like a parasite. It's a living tattoo that moves over the course of the human's body. Because of its movements over the skin, personnel have described it as feeling like a tattoo constantly being replaced while it moves across the human's body. Another reason it is described as a tattoo is that SCP-021 is inhabiting a person who already has tattoos. It will begin to consume and devour any tattoo on the person's body.
Because SCP-021 only inhabits one person at a time, it's easy to contain this SCP, even though it causes slight discomfort for the person it's inhabiting, giving it the classification of a safe anomaly.
The three main classifications when dubbing an SCP are safe, Euclid, and Keter. Safe anomalies are deemed safe because they are easy to contain, easy to understand, and not many resources are used to keep this SCP under wraps, such as earlier stated SCP-021 and SCP-999. SCP-999 is a Galatian creature with an orange pigment resembling an orange smile. It is the nicest creature in the entire world, unable to harm any humans or any creatures regardless. And it gives a sense of joy and kind of a relief at any time somebody comes in contact with this SCP. And it always smells like chocolate, fresh laundry, bacon, roses, and Play-Doh. A Euclid class anomaly classified as Euclid because it's difficult to contain or a lot of resources are needed to keep this anomaly contained. Or we need a better understanding of the anomaly, but not necessarily impossible. A good example would be SCP-173 or SCP-087. SCP-173 is a sculpture completely made of concrete and rebar with a strange pattern of spray paint on its face, or would-be face. The reason this SCP is classified as Euclid is that the SCP constantly rubs itself against the floor of its containment chamber, and every few hours, it secretes a corrosive liquid that ruins the floor and lower walls of its containment chamber. But the most terrifying thing about this SCP is that whenever this SCP isn't being looked at, it moves at incomprehensible speeds. Because of all these hurdles, we constantly have to rebuild or clean up SCP-173's containment chamber. And because it moves at incredible speeds while people are not looking at it, we need large amounts of personnel to witness this anomaly while we reconstruct or clean up its containment chamber.
Among other reasons, a list of fees and double the catastrophes.
Another huge example of a unique Euclid class anomaly would be SCP-087. SCP-087 is an unlit platform staircase. Stairs descend on a 38-degree angle for 13 steps before reaching a semicircular platform of approximately 3 meters in diameter. The descent direction rotates 180 degrees at each platform. The design of SCP-087 limits subjects to a visual range of approximately 1.5 flights. The light source is required for any subject exploring SCP-087 as there are no lighting fixtures or windows present. Lighting sources brighter than 75 watts have shown to be ineffective, as SCP-087 seems to absorb excess light. There have been a few expeditions down the staircase, but due to the latest expedition and heavy usage of resources, the doorway leading to SCP-087 is constructed of a reinforced steel with an electro-release lock mechanism. The reason for such heavy machinery is that SCP-087 isn't located in any SCP facility. It is located on a campus behind a brick wall and regularly under surveillance, granting it the Euclid classification. Not because it's hard to contain, but because we are unable to move it to a secure SCP facility.
And finally, the Keter class. These SCPs are severely hard to contain and almost regularly break containment and protocol. Sometimes, no matter how many resources or containment protocols we put into an anomaly, it continues to break containment, such as SCP-507 and SCP-4975. SCP-507 is a Caucasian male with blonde hair and green eyes, sporting no other outstanding characteristics besides being somewhat overweight, and speaking with a vague accent of disputable origin. 507 would just sound like your typical run-of-the-day average man, except for the fact that 507 randomly warps between dimensions and parallel universes. 507 does have personal quarters and is granted free roam around an SCP facility, but because of the fact that he randomly warps between dimensions, he was at first granted a Keter class anomaly. But this, in fact, has been changed because of the fact that SCP-507 has been willing to cooperate with the Foundation thus far, thus giving him the new classification of a safe anomaly. Another SCP with Keter classification is SCP-4975. 4975 is a vaguely humanoid entity with various avian attributes, most notable of which is its beak. Its body structure is long and thin overall, and its limbs taper off into formless extremities, lacking distinct digits. A thick, hardened skin layer covers the entirety of its body, including its beak. Its cervical vertebrae are not interconnected and appear to be able to move independently of one another. 4975 continuously rotates one vertebrae at a time, from back to front, ending with its head rhythmically. This produces a clicking or cracking sound with each movement. 4975 only stops moving its neck in this manner when it's preparing for an attack. 4975 has been observed to stalk future victims for an extended period of time before finally deciding to attack, sometimes as long as 10 months or more. The reason it was granted a Keter class on first discovery was that the Foundation had no way to predict or stop these attacks. The SCP Foundation does have 4975 in a containment chamber, but because of the fact that these attacks continue to happen, we are unable to stop if they happen to another person.
What do you mean we're unable to stop these attacks?
We have not yet discovered a way to stop any of these attacks.
So you're telling me if somebody begins to be stalked by SCP-4975, they're gonna get attacked no matter what?
Unfortunately, yeah.
What if we use the Thomio SCP to help contain SCP-4975?
The problem isn't containing it, it's stopping the attacks. No SCP we've been able to discover has managed to thwart it. It is in a steel cage under 24-hour surveillance.
And you're telling me that there isn't a single SCP that can stop these attacks or anomalies? The files and data, there's not a single way that we can stop or help prevent these attacks?
We are still researching the anomaly, but because of its randomness, it's becoming quite difficult.
What if we asked the 05 Council or even the administrator to terminate this anomaly?
That is out of the question. You do not have the clearance to make such a request of the authority or to ask a question. And because we don't know if there are multiple instances of 4975 or if this anomaly is finding a way to attack people while inside its containment, we are not going to risk terminating the only specimen we have.
But you're going to risk countless lives to pursuit of knowledge on one SCP?
We are doing all we can to look into these attacks and discover a way to stop them.
From my perspective, there aren't enough people trying to figure out how to stop this bird from its attacks.
Cease this query at once.
I think, a moment.
I would like to apologize for that little interruption. Let us continue the tape. Because the SCP Foundation is a secret organization, we would like to shield ourselves from public knowledge, and even the everyday person. Only a few people can find out about our organization. The SCP Foundation works around the clock and is run by the Administrator and the 05 Council. We have an assortment of different ranks, such as I, a scientist, MTF, and even our D-class personnel. And these are all things you will learn more about in future tapes. We hope with this tape you have a better understanding of the SCP Foundation, even if just a small fragment of the information we hold.
No. This can't be true. There must be something I can do. There's no way Xavier's gonna die because of something completely out of his and our control. There's no way this Foundation has been standing for this long and we can't find a way to get a goddamn bird to stop its mindless attacks. If they're not gonna put their infinite knowledge to the test, then I'll figure something out myself. It's not making sense. Yes, I think I might have found something. I just need a bit more time. Oh, this is starting to look promising. Yes! I figured it out! Come on, Xavier. Reload! Make it stop.
bro.
Here you go, Xavier. This will only help you out temporarily.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tom. I needed this.
Okay, this is only supposed to help you temporarily, but it should hold you off until I find a permanent solution.
Sam, I think it worked. I don't hear the noise no more. I don't hear it no more.
It's only... Run! Run, Xavier!
What?
Run!
Xavier, run!